Coming up in the nightcap, Lindenwood cut 10 athletic programs. We talk with athletes on how this decision affects them now and in the future.
Live, the Nightcap on 4, presented by Cantor Injury Law.
Welcome back to the Nightcap. We learned this week a group of Lindenwood athletes are having to focus on more than final exams.
Yeah, they are. Some of them are in search of a new home. Jacob Sersosimo joins us now with more on the university's decision to cut some of their athletic department.
Yeah, hey there, guys. That's right. Lindenwood announced last week that 10 athletic programs will be cut at the end of their respective seasons, including men's lacrosse and wrestling, and women's gymnastics and field hockey, just to name a few. But for one wrestler, Lindenwood was the perfect fit until the university called an athletics meeting earlier this month.
Wow. Like, is this really happening to me?
Reality set in for freshman wrestler Brandon Eusebio after Lindenwood announced his program would be cut at the end of the season, a program he moved from San Diego for.
It was a beautiful campus, and I just fell in love with it.
It was also a family decision, as Eusebio has relatives that live close by. Lindenwood was a place he wanted to be, until now.
D1 wrestling program, super close to family, super affordable, and, you know, all this goes down, and I don't know what I want to do. Those 40 hours, they were a total blur. You know, I was trying to study for finals because, you know, it's finals week this week. And, you know, trying to focus on that and then also trying to figure out what am I going to do with my life next semester or next year.
Lindenwood will be going from 28 varsity programs to less than 20. It's also having an impact on former athletes, like former Lions lacrosse player Kevin Eskridge.
I mean, it's been a punch in the gut, and it's been a lot of reconnecting with other alumni. And, I mean, it was rough. Because it was just out of the blue.
The decision to cut sports comes as the university began transitioning to Division I competition just last year.
You get everybody excited about going D1 just a couple years ago, and then as you know things are getting ramped up, you just cut 10 programs. I think it loses a lot of support of the public. I feel the worst for the current players and the commits that were planning on going there. Because I had such a great experience there.
Like Eskridge, Eusebio was loving his Lindenwood experience, but his time with this team at this school won't last much longer.
Most of us are in the transfer portal, all the younger guys at least. So you work your entire life, pretty much every single day, like working to get to like the D1 level and get school paid for. You know, school's paid for, but it's like you were there to wrestle.
Now, it's in many of our student athletes learning that they will no longer be able to compete in sport they love while at Lindenwood. Now, it also goes on to state the school will honor their scholarships and help them find a new home if that's what they decide to do. Now, guys, Brandon Eusebio mentioned that he picked Lindenwood because he was close to family and his relatives here in Missouri. Now, he told me his dad planned on retiring after this year and moving to the area to watch him wrestle and be close to family. Well, of course, Lindenwood was a perfect fit for him, and now with its decision, he's looking to move on and said there were some tough conversations that he had to have with his family once that news broke. Guys.